Okay, so we are going to make a new kind of cookie with bananas, oatmeal, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. That's all the ingredients. And by the way, hello everybody, this is Miss Jenny here. And so I got to get the oatmeal. Alright, so we're baking these cookies. These are not no-bakes. So we're taking 3 bananas, we're going to peel them and put them in the bowl here. So I'll peel these bananas. Just put them in the bowl. It's going to be fun. Now, I've never made these cookies before, so it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. We're testing this out for some family members, too. So we're going to be the guinea pigs. Alright, so you want to mash up your bananas. So I'm going to use, if you have a potato masher, that's good. I'm using my pastry cutter right now. But just mash them all up. I'm going to make these together. See, I'm getting them mashed up here. Basically, the bananas are the only liquid in this thing. And I saw this recipe online on the internet. So I thought, oh, that looks easy. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try and see how it works out. Okay. That's what it's looking like so far. Nice and, yep. That pastry cutter works out pretty good. If you want to use a blender, you can use that too. I guess it would be faster. Okay. So I think we're good there. So 3 bananas. Now I'm going to get my quick oats here. Brand new container. So okay. Alright, so I'm going to do 2 cups of oatmeal. Okay, and I wanted to show you too. That's the kind of oatmeal that I'm using. The quick 1-minute oatmeal. Okay. Alright, 2 cups. I'll pour that right in there. So we've got that all in there now. And then I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. Gee whiz. Should have had all this ready. All right. Stick with me here. So half a cup of peanut butter. This is my first time doing a recipe on live. All right, so this is the peanut butter that I'm using. Okay, so half a cup. I'm going to put all that in there. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to mix these up. I'm going to use my pastry cutter again. Anyway, I'm going to mix this all up. Those bananas are actually creating a pretty good liquid. This is what it's looking like so far. Thank you everybody for joining in on me. Make sure you get all the oats in there nice and mixed and everything, and then that way it's pretty even. Whew, this will give you a workout. But anyway, that's what it's looking like right now. It's looking like a nice good dough, kind of like a regular cookie dough. And the only thing we've used for liquid is the 3 bananas. So like I said, I've never tried this recipe before, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. I'm going to have to do a part 2 when the recipe is done, because it's going to cook for about 10 to 12 minutes, and I don't want to hang you guys up for 12 minutes to do that. So we are going to do a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. Now if you prefer not to use chocolate chips, that's fine. This is what I'm using, the Nestle Toll House semi-sweet mini chips. So it's up to you if you want to add chips to it, let it overflow. Or you can do it without chips. You can do it with peanut butter chips, butterscotch, whatever it is you want to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mix this with my fork so I can get those chips in there pretty good. Alright. And the other thing is we want to have the oven preset at 350 degrees. So it's going to warm up at 350. So this is what the dough looks like so far. I mean, that's about what a regular cookie dough would look like. There's no eggs in it, no milk, no sugar. Yeah, there's no sweetener. The only sweetener basically is the bananas and the semi-sweet chocolate. So yeah, if you're allergic to eggs, there's no eggs in it. So it's just 3 bananas, 2 cups of the quick oats, half a cup of peanut butter, 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. That's all that's in there. Actually smells pretty good. You guys smell it? All right, so now what I'm going to do, set this right here for a minute, clean up my workspace a little. Got my cookie sheet here. I've got parchment paper on it, or you can grease a cookie sheet using my ice cream scooper. And I'm just going to put these cookies down here. We'll see how many it makes. Now, the one thing that I heard about these particular cookies is that they will not like cook down. So you got to smash them down. Got to smash them down. Well, I was making quite a bit of cookies. A lot more than I thought I was going to make. I might have to put these together a little bit. Can you guys hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. All right. Looking pretty good. All right, so my bowl is empty. I used this ice cream scooper, and there's all the cookies that I made. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of smash them down a little bit. Here, I'll start here. That way you guys can see it better. Otherwise, they'll end up as just big cookie balls. Cookie balls. We don't want cookie balls. We want cookie discs. Alright, that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to go over this again. There's no eggs in it, no milk, no sugar. The only sugar that would be in here would be from the bananas. So it's 3 bananas, 2 cups of your Quaker Quick Oats, the 1 minute kind, half a cup of peanut butter, and a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. And that's up to you. If you want the chocolate chips in there, you can put butterscotch, you can put white chocolate, you can put no chips. If you want to add walnuts to it or anything else to it, you can. But yeah, super healthy. And I put it on parchment paper, so these things should just pop right off. You can put it on a grease pan if you want. We're going to bake it in the oven, 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Oven's almost ready. Anyway, if you guys want to stick around until I put it in the oven, you can. I'm just going to kind of clean up right now. So this is my first cooking live. I do different recipes and stuff, and that's the Quaker Oats I used. I've done some chicken recipes, kind of like a lasagna style, wrap them up in lasagna noodles. And then I tried that same recipe, and it's got like a cheesy cream sauce. Anyway, I've tried the same recipe with manicotti noodles, and I didn't really like that. That was hard to work with. So I tried, because basically what you're supposed to do with the lasagna noodles is you cook them, and then you wrap this cheesy chicken up in it and everything. So I've got that recipe actually on my YouTube channel, which is Miss Jenni ISO. So if you want to check that out, you can find out my cooking recipes over there. But I'm thinking that chicken recipe I'm going to try with penny pasta next time. So I'm thinking that'll be a lot easier to use. So my oven's almost ready. It's really cool that everybody's joined in too. Here's the recipe. So if you want to take a picture of that. Just super simple. I've never made this before, so we'll see how it turns out. It smells good. They look good. So see, I smashed them all down. Okay. So I'm going to put the rest of these in here. Alright, how's everybody doing there? Still joining in? Still sticking around? So, there's the recipe. No eggs, no milk, no sugar. Super easy. The only liquid that's in there is the smashed up bananas. So, oven's almost ready. We're at 330 degrees. How many of you guys lick the bowl when you make cookies or cake? Who licks the bowl? Licks the beaters. Used to do that when we were kids. We'd stand there with Mom waiting while she was making fudge or cookies or cake or whatever, and we'd stand there and go, Mom, can we have the beaters? There's the oven. All right, so I'm going to put these in for, I'm going to put them in for 12, but I'm going to check them at 10. So, put them in. I'm going to set my timer for 12. And then we'll see how they turn out. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for now because I don't want to hang you out for 12 minutes. And I'll be back on and we'll check on the cookies, okay? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to say hi to the people here. Donna and Larry, Phantom 6081. We got CK Creations, Jackson, Robert. Then a whole bunch of numbers. Hello, everybody. And we got Robin, and I'm gonna slaughter it. James R. Okay. Anyway, Chris. Just in time. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Time like the spice. Just in time 86. Ozark. Stacy Marsh, thank you so much, you guys, for joining in. So, Mummy Chog, he asks, will they expand and bake on each other like that? You know, I've never made this recipe before, so I don't know. I do know that the person that did the recipe before said that if you leave them clumped up in a ball, they won't go down because there's no sugar in it. And so you have to kind of smash it. So I'm thinking that once you bake the cookies, that they'll stay in that shape that you've made it. So basically, if you wanted to think about it, you could make the cookies into any shape that you want. And, you know, like hearts or whatever. And that's the way they'll be. But your guess is as good as mine as to how they look, because this is the first time I've ever done this. So well, thank you for your question there. I hope I answered it, and we'll see what it looks like. If we stay on here, then we'll be able to find out how it looks. Let me see. Oatmeal cookies. Yeah, they are oatmeal cookies with bananas, oatmeal, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. So there's no eggs, no milk, nothing like that in it. Valerie, hello. And let's see. So the AI summary says, making banana oat cookies with a clean recipe. Comment your favorite topping. Yeah, give me your favorite topping of what you guys would add to it. And like I said, there's no eggs, no milk, no sugar. I'm checking out everybody's comments and stuff. A lot of people joined. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining in on my first baking, cooking TikTok live. Thank you. All right, so we've got 8.5 minutes left on the cookies. So it says to bake it at 10 to 12 minutes, 350 degrees. So I've got the timer set for 12. I'm going to check them at 10 to find out how they look. I wonder if I can turn this around. Let's turn. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but yeah, they're kind of flattening out a little bit. And we've got 7 minutes and 53 seconds left. So, but like I said, if you check out my YouTube channel, Miss Jenni ISO, and it's ISO, like the letters, ISO, in search of. And it's Miss Jenni, Jenni, just like it is on this channel here. Check that out, and I've got a whole bunch of cooking recipes on there, and I've got a lot of chicken recipes. Now, I tried this one recipe one time where I did waffles, and that was kind of interesting. So I used that for my waffles, and I followed the waffle recipe. And then I put in maple syrup in the mix along with sausage in the waffle mix. Mixed it all up and made the waffles like normal, like you normally would in a waffle. Say that twice. In a waffle iron. And they were pretty good as long as you eat them right away. So what I did was I froze the leftovers, put them in the freezer, and then I went to go have some later, so I put it in the toaster to have, but not good as leftovers. Not good warming up in the toaster. I wouldn't recommend putting them in the air fryer or anything like that, you know, because we've got the air fryer here and we've got the toaster here. But yeah, I wouldn't, no good. All right, a lot of people joining in. We've got a little less than 5 minutes left. I love your questions. Anybody else have any other questions? This is good. A lot of good people. Give me some hearts up on the top. Hit that heart. Show me some loving. I see 3 of them up there so far. I got a whole bunch of people online and need some more hearts. I'm looking to see if there's any more questions. One of my viewers here asked if they will expand when they cook. First time I've ever made them, so I was told that by the person that made them online that they don't expand because there's no eggs, no sugar in it or anything like that. So you have to smash them down. I used an ice cream scooper to put them on the cookie sheet, and then I smashed them down with the cookie sheet, with the ice cream scooper. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. We've got 4.5 minutes left. So how much time I got left. So I'm going to kind of clean things up. Here's the recipe again. Show everybody the recipe so that if you want to make it, you can. Super simple. Super simple. I used my pastry cutter to cut up the bananas. That worked out pretty good. You can use a blender if you want. Alright, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes, let's see what they look like. Oh, they're looking good. They are looking good. Can you see them? Yep. Looking pretty good. We'll say hi to Devin, Hope Rushing, and MG. Inspector 1322, hey there. And Sugar Rush, saying hi to you. Ken Gorley, 759, Smars 327F100. Saying hi to a bunch of people here. Clyde, Downtime, Angelica Chris. Hey there, everybody. Frank, Billy, Joshua Boy. Giving people shout outs. Rick Copeland, Nicole Silve. I hope I said that right and didn't slaughter that. Alright, so we got a minute and a half. Let's go ahead and check it right now. I'm going to grab my... Oh, gee whiz. Okay, we just got blasted by heat. Let me see. Yeah, they actually look pretty good. Alright, so we're going to take them out. Oh, that's hot. Don't touch it. And we'll go ahead and cancel. Can you guys smell them? Alright, as soon as it cools, then we'll give it a try. So I put it on parchment paper. You can put it on a greased cookie sheet if you want. But this way I do less dishes. Alright, we'll let them cool for a little bit and then we'll see how it goes. Set this right here. There's the cookies. So they didn't really spread out at all. They pretty much stayed the shape that I made them in. So, and like I've said before, no eggs, no milk, no sugar, just bananas, oatmeal, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. That's the recipe. Bake in a 350-degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes. So I left them in for about 10.5 minutes. And they actually look pretty good. You can probably do this as a no-bake cookie if you wanted to, I guess. But this is the first time I've ever doing this, so I want to try one. So there's the cookie. Ouch. Ouch. Hot. It's hot. All right. You definitely taste the banana. You can taste the peanut butter. Oatmeal gives it the texture. And I can taste the chocolate chips, of course. So you can use chocolate chips, peanut butter, butterscotch, white chocolate, or no chips at all. You can add walnuts to it if you want to. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's a good cookie. I'm sure that once it all cools down, they'll harden up more. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. Yeah, those are pretty good. Anyway, bananas, oatmeal, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. No eggs, no milk, no sugar. Yeah, this is a good cookie. All right, you guys. Miss Jenny here. Thanks for sticking around. And we'll try to do this again sometime. Okay? All right, you guys. Have a good evening. Bye.